I'm not known for my brevity, but I know it's been a long night. I've also waited my entire life to have an opportunity like this, and I do have a speech. I promise you it's not the 30 minutes I thought it would be. It's much, much shorter than that, but if you will just bear with me, I think this is the last item of the night. Picture it, Madison High School, Middletown, Ohio, 1994. I am 17 years old, and it's the Friday before spring break of my junior year. One of the teachers hands out an assignment in which we are to attend a day of work with a parent or relative and write an essay about the experience. While it didn't involve a Red Ryder BB gun, I felt just like the little kid in A Christmas Story. I was ecstatic. I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I'd been to work with my mom countless times, and while I loved going to her real estate firm to play office, my Aunt Jamie, who I spent most weekends with growing up, had recently become the assistant manager at an apartment community, and hearing all of the stories she told, it sounded like she had a lot of fun at work. So I made arrangements and went to work with Jamie Monday morning, returning Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of my spring break that week. They put me to work. I delivered notices, cleaned a hallway or two, copied bills, filed, cleaned out every closet and drawer in the place, and by the end of the week, I was even allowed to answer phones. As luck would have it, Friday afternoon, the regional manager called and said, "We have to start opening the office on Saturdays." There was a little bit of an uproar because the manager and my aunt, everyone had young families and schedules, and it was a little bit of a problem. I eagerly spoke up, having no idea how my whole life was about to change, and I said, "I could be the Saturday girl." And thus my career began. Ladies, gentlemen, my fellow GCNKAA board members and staff, my incredible Village Green team, friends and family, thank you for being here on this chilly evening as we gather to commemorate the next chapter of the GCNKAA. First and foremost, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to all of the members who have placed their trust in me to lead this association. I am deeply honored and humbled to stand before you as the newly elected president of the board of directors. It is a responsibility I do not take lightly, and I'm committed to serving each one of you with dedication, integrity, and passion. As we embark on this new chapter together, one I am certain will have plenty of accomplishments and many, many challenges, I want to acknowledge the impactful work of my predecessors. The tireless work of the past presidents and board members of the GCNKAA has laid a solid foundation upon which we can build and grow. I am grateful for their guidance and support, and I promise to carry forth their legacy of excellence to the very best of my ability. Naming names is always a sensitive thing to do, but I would be remiss if I didn't take time to thank a few people who have been absolute pillars of my life and career. Don Bruner, who I joke, though it is absolutely no joke, I've known since I was a teenager, approaching 3 decades now. He's been a champion for me since the word go. He has been a confidant, a mentor, and he's influenced me through his constant demonstration of professionalism and integrity. Don helped me get my start with serving in the GCNKAA, supported my becoming a board member, and helped me find opportunities to serve locally and nationally. His confidence and trust in me has been beyond impactful. Dave Lockard, who was not able to be here tonight, has also known me since I was a teenager, and he's been a constant source of encouragement, support, and data. I also joke about Dave, though it is absolutely no joke. He saved my job back in 2001 with his State of the Industry report. I was a manager at the Orchard of Landon, and it was in the boom of the Northeast submarket building construction, and all of the competitors were reporting they were 95% occupied, no concessions, and Dave stood up in February of 2001 giving his report saying that we were all basically hanging on by a thread. So thankfully I got to keep my job, and a couple years later Village Green promoted me. Dave has always been one of my very first calls anytime I need expertise, data, or just a friendly professional opinion. Diane Bataya, who's the CEO of Village Green and the amazing Village Green Southeast region, many whom are here tonight, thank you for believing in me, for growing with me, providing opportunities, and showing grace. 2023 was undoubtedly the most challenging year of my professional life, and I've had a lot of challenging years in 3 decades. I say it was a character building year, and without my team, without Diane's support and leadership, I absolutely would have fallen to the wayside and lost my way. So thank you, Village Green, my team, for showing up, encouraging me, and especially when my perseverance has been tested, for reminding me why it is important to show up every single day. To my Aunt Jamie, for being the role model that she was to me as a young girl. She was the cool aunt and the person that I wanted to spend time with and emulate. Had she not agreed to let me go to work with her nearly 30 years ago during that spring break and allow me to come back every day, who knows where I would be? I was planning to go to school for accounting. Becoming the Saturday girl as a 17-year-old changed the trajectory of my life in a way I couldn't have imagined. I was able to move into my own apartment the day I graduated high school. I was promoted to assistant manager at Old Town Apartments, and I was able to finish college, albeit at my own pace, as I continued to elevate and find opportunity after opportunity in the apartment industry. Who knew that I would find my career, my passion, and my calling in an industry I love and meet the most important people in my life through a high school assignment and hanging out with my aunt for a week. Finally, to my family who is here tonight. My mom, who is the singular reason I have ever had 1 ounce of opportunity or success. Her unconditional love and support have both literally and figuratively sustained me in this life. I could talk for the rest of the night about the sacrifices she made for me growing up and the example she set being a hardworking single mother. I often say that she would fight an army with both hands tied behind her back for me, and she no doubt would. On the toughest days, I'm able to persevere because I know she has my back. She has instilled every bit of work ethic and confidence that I have, and I would be nothing without her love and support. To my amazing son, Evan, who is front and center, he gives me purpose and joy every day. If you ask him tonight, I may as well be sworn in as President of the United States of America. He is a very close second to my mom as my biggest cheerleader, and he's the soul I love most in this life. I am so proud to be your mommy buddy. There is nothing that I could ever do, no title I could ever have that would be more important than being your mom. I'm so proud to have you as my son. You are beautiful and perfect in every way that matters. And last but not least, to my beautiful niece, Meg. She is the daughter I never had and the best friend I do not deserve. She has taken care of me, my son, our home, our pets. Frankly, she runs my entire life. And there's no way I would have been afforded the opportunities of my career without her. Every time I've had to get on a plane for work or stay out late for an event, go in early for a meeting, attend a conference, I've only been able to do those things because she has been there for me and my son since day one. I would be absolutely nothing without my family. I love you, Mom, Evan, Meg, and thank you for helping me find my way and for allowing me to do what I love professionally. And friends, there is so much to do. Now more than any other time in the history of my career, the importance of the multifamily industry cannot be overstated. Apartments are being built on every corner of every street across every city in the country, and the demand over the next decade is only going to grow. Investors and owners are looking to industry experts and associations just like ours to provide resources that support their real estate investment. Our mission at the Greater Cincinnati Northern Kentucky Apartment Association is to be a united voice working for the betterment of multifamily housing. The betterment of our industry is undoubtedly the primary focus for the GCNKAA, as evidenced by all of the industry experts here tonight that choose to share their time serving our association. One of the most admirable things about the GCNKAA has always been the selfless service of our members. There is no shortage of ways to get involved and serve, and I'm proud to say that our association is known both near and far for the impactful work of our committees and affiliated organizations. You've heard from many of them tonight. Associate Council, there's also Apartment Association Outreach Foundation, the Education Committee, the DE&I Committee, the Legislative Committee, which as you've heard is hard at work for our association and its members, the IRO Committee, Social Media Committee, Next Gen Committee, and all of the events that our association puts on, the trade show, holiday cheers, the fall and summer golf outing, business exchange, and as we heard a little while ago, coming back in 2024, the anxiously awaited return of the Prestige Awards. Again, there is no shortage of things to do in our industry. Whether you are working on-site and serving residents and prospective residents every day, working as an owner or representing one, or providing supplies and services that help our industry operate every day, you are the most vital part of the apartment industry. You are a piece of the collective fabric, and because of you, the Greater Cincinnati Northern Kentucky Apartment Association is stronger. Together we can achieve anything we put our focus and energy into. I challenge you in 2024 and beyond to find a committee or a cause within this industry to actively pursue and serve. We need you. The community and the industry needs us. Please actively participate, share your expertise, and contribute to the collective success of our organization. Through my continued service, I am committed to working alongside the GCNKAA staff and my fellow board members to foster a culture of collaboration and inclusivity within our association, so that each one of you feel welcome and supported in your journey of service. You belong here, and you are welcome here. Together we can make a difference. There are a multitude of initiatives that will require our concerted attention in the coming days, months, and years. Housing affordability, attainability, technology enhancements, supply and demand, and the many legislative issues we've heard about tonight are just the tip of the iceberg. Let's lock arms and forge the way through this next chapter in GCNKAA history. There are few things more important than where someone lives. The responsibility to support our community through operating apartment communities that enrich the lives of its residents is one that depends on ensuring the GCNKAA mission is carried out year after year. When I think about the root of my passion for this industry, it comes down to the ability we have to make a difference in the lives of individual people. I learned very early on in my career that renting an apartment is either one of the happiest days of someone's life or one of the hardest. People rent apartments for reasons like they're moving to a new city for a new job or they're getting married. And sometimes they rent apartments because they have to downsize their home due to financial or health struggles. They're leaving a relationship. It reminds me of a familiar feel-good story about starfish on the beach. You've probably heard this. A man and his son are walking along the beach and they come across seemingly thousands of starfish that have washed up on the shore. A little boy bends down and he starts frantically throwing all the starfish he can get back into the ocean. And his dad, who is very proud but also practical, says, "Son, it's no use. There are thousands of starfish here. We can't possibly make a difference." The little boy bends down, picks up another starfish, tosses it back into the water, and says, "I can make a difference for this one." I have a starfish story, and it's the reason that I've stayed in this industry year after year, character building experience after character building experience. My starfish is named Elaine. Elaine was a resident at the Orchard of Landon back in the early 2000s when I was a very young property manager. She was moving from St. Louis to Cincinnati to be close to her two sons because her son had her husband had terminal brain cancer. I had the privilege of working with her son to help them rent an apartment, and it was an extremely stressful, difficult time for the whole family. We happened to have the perfect apartment at the Orchard, and I did everything I could to help make their move easy. Sadly, Elaine's husband Dick passed away within a month or two of moving to the property, and our team was devastated. We had grown very close to them and did anything that we could do, anything that all of us have done when we've worked on site. We would pick up their trash at the door, we would pick up their rent check, they needed us to check the mail, anything like that. I had the opportunity to visit with Dick right before he passed away in hospice. It was probably the day or two before he was not conscious anymore. And having that special time with the two of them absolutely changed my life. For some reason, Elaine was convinced that I did something special, and I wish that I could say I did. I just happened to be the one to pick up the phone that day and help her son rent the apartment. I did what any of us would do to help the customers that we serve. That was over 20 years ago, and my little starfish, my adopted grandmother Elaine, still lives at the Orchard of Landon to this day. I see her and speak to her often. She is the perfect reminder that we all have the power to make a difference in the lives of others by simply being kind and attentive, and that where someone lives is one of the most important factors of their life. We are the ones who create community out of four walls, a roof, and a ceiling. I'm sure you all have a starfish story, and my hope is that you make many more through your time in the industry. I have met my very best friends in life. Some at events just like this one tonight. Eric Scherzinger, Stacy Lonsberry, Todd Hignite, Abby Huffman. These are friends who I've met in the multifamily housing industry that are truly my family. They know me as well as I know myself, and they accept and love me and my family through the best of times and the worst of times. And I have been through the trenches with that crew. It seems impossible to think that a casual conversation about apartments at a networking event could be the start of relationships and lifelong friendships that have enriched my life beyond words. There is truly no unit of measurement to capture the richness of my passion for this industry and the amazing people I've met because of it. Experiences, friendships, life lessons, opportunities, and professional growth. I am am grateful for it all, and I look forward to all that is yet to come. Thank you, everyone. I am honored to accept the installation as president of the Greater Cincinnati Northern Kentucky Apartment Association. I'm excited about the opportunities that lie ahead and the positive impact we can make together. Let us unite, inspire, and empower one another as we strive to create a better future for our members and the community that we serve. I'm eternally grateful for your confidence and support. Thank you.